Alright, hey, welcome to another video I'm doing on X4. And this is going to be an interesting one. So it's a part 4 of a series. I think I might have SETA running. Yep. Let me turn SETA off just so I can kind of recap but not have the game pause. Um, Last night it was pretty funny. I had my Asgards up here, and I had sent them through. I told them to return to base. Basically, I was just gonna protect the space, and for some reason they decided to go all the way here. And one of them, they got separated because the AI for your fleets is utterly retarded. The ships will leave each other, which is something I want to talk. I'm gonna try to see if there's any way to reach out to Egosoft themselves and be like, "Hey guys, I know you guys got a lot on your plate, but there should be a command that the fleet will never separate themselves. If one ship is taking fire, the other guy isn't going to just dip and take off. Because we got two Asgards here, and that was a situation where, like this, right here is a perfect example. This guy should
Awaiting
not,
orders.
this guy shouldn't be dipping while this dude's engaged in combat. That's not a fleet, right? That's just two entities. And this guy even has the command to mimic the behavior of his commander, which I added afterwards. It's just a thing. So it should be hard coded in here. Like this guy stops and recognizes that his wingman's not with him, right? That's just a common sense sort of thing. But anyways, um, I'm calling this aptly the oops situation, but it looks like, and it looks like there's a buddy of mine. I want to see if that's actually popping up here. Okay, it's not. I actually get notifications now. Good when I'm in. Uh, I'm not getting Discord notifications sometimes when I'm streaming. So if he messages me, I'm going to be dipping because again, I make these videos to just help people. Anyways, let's get back to the problem. The reason I'm calling this the Oops series is because I created a monster. I through two actions. I created a massive Copytronic substrate factory that also provided metallic microlattice and silicon carbide, which is the oil that makes the cogs turn for the entire Terran and Pioneer Sagaris Empire, right? I really lightly, loosely use Sagaris because these guys are super cool, the Pioneer guys, the other faction of the Terrans. But the Terran Protectorate is straight up like, goose stepping sort of stuff going on. Um, so what the thing was is I provided them with a lot of resources to build up a massive fleet which had never been a problem for me before. And then I pulled the trigger on having the Terrans go to war with Argon and Antigone Republic through a certain quest. And that put me into the very unenviable position where the Terrans were like, well, we might as well start using the Intervention Corps to attack um, Argon, using them in a military capacity when they shouldn't be. And that's another problem. Because the moment that the intervention corps gets involved, you're talking massive, massive fleets that are meant to fight the Xenon, the issue they created, right? Uh, it's meant to fight them, and instead they're literally deploying Asgard intervention corps ships to fight. So, what I noticed in my last video was, okay, I got to deal with this threat, but here's the problem. I'm at mid game, right? So, let me kind of pause it here so we can get a better picture for a second. So, I'm at mid game and I was really sitting here in real time while I was recording, trying to figure out how would I deal with this situation. And it became quite apparent to me that the only resolution to this problem, if I want the Antigone Republic and Argon to even have a remote chance of existing, it's still a big question mark up in the air for these guys, but I have hope for them. Um, we'll get to that in a moment because I said it was all up to the RNG, and the RNG has been with me because this wharf has been able to hang in there, and this is critical. I've said this before when it comes to empires. Um, Factions cannot exist without a wharf. Like they need to get that built done right away. If they don't have the wharf, that's it. It's game over, man. because they could have a big shipyard, but that shipyard is not the majority of their fleet. The majority of their fleet is going to be comprised of exactly what you're going to be seeing here. Little mineral guys out there, transport. Well, these are L class, but you get my point, right? Like the majority of these ships are M class ships, which are made at wharves, right? So you're like a semi truck, right? You're not driving a train. You don't see trains barreling their way down the highway, which would be like a large class transport, right? It's kind of like trains. They even act like it. They can't use highways, right? I mean, the analogy is pretty apt. They can't use highways. They have to like go off on their own separate thing. When they get to a gate, they can't transit the gate like a M class ship does. They engage some weird jump drive that ties in with the gate or something. I don't know. Um, I know that's Ego Sauce way because they used to path really weird. They'd like go around the gate and then go through it through the backside. So you get like big clogs and traffic jams at the back of the gates. So instead, now I'm just gonna say that it's basically that they're tying into the jump gate network somehow and jumping, right? It's a cool little effect too. But anyways, so what was my resolution? Okay, well I got to go to war with the Terrans, right? Which is actually kind of fun. It presents a I'm going to war with the most powerful, you know, faction in the game, arguably. Besides the Xenon, there's nobody messing with the Terrans. Like they hands down even beat the Xenon when it comes ship to ship. There is no more powerful ship in this game than the Asgard. You know, and period in boldface underlined, just everything, large font, like the Asgard wins. It's the I win button, right? So, all right, how do I go about that though? So now I'm gonna be fighting the most par. Here I am, mid game guy. Mid game guy. I'm not even at the point where I can take on other empires. How am I ever gonna think about taking on the most powerful empire? Okay, well, the answer to that is the KISS principle. I need to choke them off. I need to stop them from moving into the rest of the game universe. So luckily they're an expansion, right? So they're off over here. So really, if you look at them, the only 2 points that they have to get in is this path, and then they have the path through Sagaris Pioneers territory. So it reasons that if I put a massive defensive platform here, strong enough to be able to defeat any of their ships, then I should be able to choke them off from entry and exit. At least some ships are going to get through. Let's say 80 to 90%, I'm going to be able to choke them off. Now I need to defend my own infrastructure with my own fleets, right? Which I'm in the process of doing it. I'm broke as a joke right now because I'm leveraging every last credit I have to get these things built. These were not cheap. Like these were super expensive. All total 700 million credits, roughly. This is a different design. I'm gonna give credit to the guy if it works. This is a very spherical design. I'll show him a little later in the video if I don't leave off. And this was my design. I think it's gonna work. Although I did notice that this seems to be too close to where if I'm observing the ships are popping in here because this is too close to the gate. So if I had this to redo, I'd shift it back. Technically, I still could do that. It would just rebuild the whole damn thing, which would be a massive PETA. But actually, I might still do that, right? It sounds kind of cray mode considering this thing's basically done. Like it's ready to go. But I think I need to move it back so that I can catch jump ships, so that there's space enough for them to transition and appear in front of this. Maybe it'll simulate that. I don't know. Let's actually, you know what? I'm going to go in the setup. Let's just wait for a ship to transit here. So I should see some of my minor ships. That's what I'm saying. If I see, okay, so the M-class ships are going through it normally. But you see what I'm saying? Like he engaged, yep, their jump drives are engaging right around here. See it? So you can see where the ships are coming. Okay, there is an L class, so I need to pay attention to these L classes coming out of the gate. I don't give a damn about them coming back through. I don't know what just happened to that dude. He just disappeared magically. Okay. Alright, so that's one of my ships just magically appearing through the gate. There's one on the side. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to move this whole damn thing back. I need to see an NPC ship that's L class, and I just saw one, but wasn't paying enough attention. So let me see. Yeah, my ships are appearing anywheres but here, probably because I'm taking this spot up, and the game won't generate them slamming into my station or clipping into it. But let's just give this a few more seconds. We'll see if we see a ship.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, that's great. I'm happy for you. Alright, so this isn't looking too good. It's looking very much like I need to move this back, which will deconstruct everything. It'll go into build storage. Okay, so that ship did appear right in the middle of it all. I'm still going to move it back. Alright, so let's just go ahead and go about doing that. So let me go to logic overview. Oops, no. Plan build, sorry. And then I need to make sure that the entire structure is selected. Get kind of a pain sometimes. And that looks like that's everything. Let's see. If I move this back. It really shouldn't have to be. I don't want this to happen again. It's gonna take a while for this to be rebuilt, you know what I'm saying? So let's vacuum just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna hit confirm module change. And everything is just gonna go, and then building storage is gonna be insanely massive. That's fine. I don't care. I do have a Terran construction, hilariously enough, on hand. So this thing's already built. I do have money to invest into the hard points yet, though. So if we look at the account management here, this is what is really kind of making breaking everything. Oh, and I'll also talk about the emergency shipyard I built, which I think, I don't know, it's really hard to get a guess for it except to go to the station and look at what's been happening there, and I'll show you in a minute. But funny enough, they've got Antigone Republic has a wharf, and Argon did not, though. So I guess I'm definitely helping Argon because they lost their wharf. It wasn't Hakuba's choice. They did have it here. The Terrans took care of that. Then they had it in Hakuba's choice. Terrans took care of that. So really, has Argon been doing business with me? And I can find that out by going to information tab for the station, go into its logbook, and anytime you see, I don't know how the Terrans are being, I have it set so that I don't do business with them. So I need to figure out why the Terrans are being able to get away with this. But I'm repairing Argon, for the most part, Argon ships. Although, no, man, I'm doing a lot of Terran ships. No, that is not cool. Free families. Why are all these people allowed to come here and get repairs? But you can see a lot of it was going right, like Antigone and Argon. So let me show you how I did this. So, sector trades, station supply, no sale of ships. There we go. Emergency Argon and Antigone only. Station construction trades, that's fine. Station supply, I want anybody to be able to supply me, that's fine. Wait a minute, wait a minute, I'm kind of curious about this. Is a station supply, does that mean it's supplying from, it has to be, because the station needs, we'll see if that works. We're just going to see if this works. Because I don't want to be repairing the very dudes that I'm trying to go to war with, right? Now this is a very, very basic station. Let me show you what I did here. I did build a scrap processing. I just thought it'd be kind of funny. It was only a couple million, but I think there's a separate module to actually use the scrap from this to to utilize for crafting wares, and I need to find out about that. It's been so long since I messed with that. Basically, what I have here are two Argon L habitats to generate the workforce because they're basically aware, right? It's really screwed up, but that's basically what you got. Don't think of them as people. They're basically just like energy cells because you need them for to crew the ships, you know. Just like you when you go to buy a ship and you choose, you know, of course it's going to have a captain who's going to be window looking, you know. It's like they found the stupidest person on the docks and we're like, "You're a captain." "Well, I am all right. You know, like, yeah. I had a lot of feelings about that, but there's nothing defensive about this station in any way, shape, or form. I think I just recently even added, after it got constructed and it was making a little bit of money, I said, okay, cool, maybe we'll give you guys, like, I set it for defenses. I set it to a high preset, and that's why it still needs, I think, 4 million credits to do that, but there's no actual defensive apparatus to this at all. Why? Because I don't care. If this thing dies, like, it's dead. I've already realized my ROI was already realized on this, and it has rolled itself back into building those defensive platforms, right? So one thing I am waiting for to my Odachi, so I did get that researched, and that will give me a leg up on it's the best M class ship, hands down, period in the game, period, 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 period. It is out of control how awesome the ship is because it's the only ship, let me show you what I'm talking about, that has the ability to have these ridiculous hard points on it. So if it's only got one out, this is the only reason this isn't high is because I wanted to change consumable. I wanted to be able to deploy, you know, be a mine layer if it needs to be, put some laser towers if it needs to be, whatever. You know, but this ship, I can't stress how ridiculous this thing is. Um, Hulk could leave much to be desired, right? But with the Terran shielding, it's, you know, it's okay. What it makes up for though is it's basically like a step, just barely a step above like a glass cannon sort of thing. But these guns are what are just insane. They're these electromagnetic cannons, which if we look at the encyclopedia, I think they do more than just hit the ship. Heavy and light ship, formidable choice defensive against medium ship, capable of delivering decisive concentrated blows and neutralize threats. I think there's more to it though. Like some of the weapons, like EMP-ish, you know. I think it because it literally says electromagnetic cannon, right? These shots, I think, do something else to the ship, but I could be wrong. But I'm fairly certain they do. And then you add to it the fact that it's got the turrets of ridiculousness up here. It's got its own unique shielding, I guess. I don't know what's up with that. You can't even choose anything. It's just like, nope, this is what you get. Use electrodes, we use firepower. These electromagnetic field generators propelled steers plasma, high dose, and blah 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 blah. It's like a stable prototype to calling down since it's released. The turret has ruined itself countless times, spending against smaller, agile ships. Okay, so I'm kind of confused. I think I see what they're saying. They're using like fancy terminology to say that they're encasing plasma in a electromagnetic field, right? And that's how they're keeping it coherent to it's keeping coherency to plasma. Um, a fancy way of saying that, right? I guess. But I swear, it feels like when I'm flying this thing, and it handles, well, the way it handles is like a fighter. It's crazy. It's really, really good. Anyways, I'm waiting for Adachi to be built. And there's, I think I'm gonna need to grab a Snickers bar because it's gonna be a minute. So, but I'm currently in the position now where, okay, defensive platforms are in place. I've given Antigone Republic and Argon some breathing room and another yard to buy from. I was even going to reduce the price. I was thinking about that, but I don't have the cash. So at least Argon right now has been able to buy medium ships from me, which small and medium ships, and repair right near the highway, right in their main prime sector, because this is who I'm targeting. We can get the Argon on board and get them built up and augment them all the better, right? So that's what I've been focusing on. Um, and I'm at that point right now. So now what is the next step? The next step is I need ships and I need money, which I guess is arguably the overall goal of this entire game, but I need them now. Like, so I need to get more creative in thinking about how I'm going to do this. Because here's the reason why. The moment I pull the trigger, uh, figuratively and literally, on the Terran Empire, all hell's going to break loose, right? They're going to be going after my ships. They're going to be going after my stations, right? So I need to make sure that my stations are secure. Well, that's a given, right? Like all my stations are, even the one here is out of control in terms of its defensive capabilities. So I'm not even worried even remotely about this factory, right? But I am worried about the hundreds of millions in credits I've spent on these mining ships. So more than likely, when I pull the trigger, my mining ships are going to go somewheres where they're absolutely safe and they're just going to chill with no orders to do anything. Like we're going to be on a war footing. There's going to be no like let's make money and do war. It's going to be straight up we're at war, man, and you guys just chill, do your thing, hide, right? If I could dock them and put them in the storage, I absolutely would. Another alternative that I have is to go ahead and sell, right? So that would give me the liquidity to sell these, maybe even ironically, to the Argons, right? Sell these ships to the Argon or Antigone Republic. Say, here you guys go. Here's a bunch of ships. Is basically massive targets because they have X amount of funds, right? That's how the game works. Right now, the Antigone Republic has money. So maybe if I sell them a boatload of ships, it serves two purposes. One, it will help them to do their mining for whatever the hell they're going to do. And two, it gives the Terrans something else to shoot at, right? Like, Antigone has more money than they probably need. So selling them the ships is not going to hurt them on their bottom line. For me, however, I'm instantly getting, a lot of cash back that I can then reinvest into Argon and start buying some more ships from their shipyard. Now, it's not preferably the ships I'd want, right? But it's what I need right now. Um, or I could go about just, using that cash to buy the absolutely needed blueprint I'm going to need from the Terrans, which is the Asgard, right? If I can get the Asaka snuck in there and maybe the Sin, I don't know, but it would be nice, right? But I not only need to buy the Asgard, but I need to learn the ATF main battery for the gun or the ship. It is. So, and I also need to learn their XL battery, their shield array, because it's hands down the best in the game. The Terran shields are. So there's a lot of steps before I pull the trigger, but I've got it figured out. And man, they hung in there. So I mean, they have a defense platform. But what do you think is going to happen here? The moment I pull the trigger, things are going to go super crazy mode, man. I'm going to have to send my own Asgards and probably pilot them myself because I don't trust the AI. I'll send my Asgard in here. I'll take control of it. I will just delete this simplistic, idiotic design for a defense platform. Anything that's Terran, that'll be target numero uno, right? This station will have a patrol probably right here, and it'll be Odachi's and an Asgard, right? If I get my way, there'll be an Odachi backed by an Asgard to prevent any traffic that gets through, and then I'll mimic that at my second blockade gate right here. So I have two fleets on patrol right behind the gate to catch any guys that get through here and are augmented by the defenses of the station. Now, Getsufune, I'm not even remotely worried about. The player HQ is far removed that I'm not too concerned about it, but I'll probably go find the Erkling's guns if I can. They're Erking. Just in case they somehow get in here, this station's already turreted up, so it's got some defense. It's not a good layout, but they're not sucking either. So if you look at the loadout, I mean, that's a lot, right? 150. Okay, never mind. Maybe I don't need to protect them. I mean, 152 plasma turrets shooting at you is going to delete you uh, in very quick order. So that station's well defended. The other station I have is a blockade station meant for the Xenon, so I'm not exactly too concerned about this place either. Um, so really, this place is the only thing that is the two things that I own that I'm worried about. I'm not worried about. So I've already talked about the miners. I could just liquidate them. Boom! It's actually going to serve a twofold purpose, threefold because it'll also give me the money. And this shipyard is already its ROI has already been realized for me financially. And on top of that, it's provided ships for the Antigone and Argon. And I wanted to show how I did this. So you go to players, go to global orders. I made all sorts of different orders to get ready for this. So I have trade rules set up for, and they're pretty self-explanatory, right? Terran lockdown. No, I'm not trading with Terrans. Um, Lockdown for station build where transfer. I mean, this is where I just locked down all trade from a station. Mainly it was my Terran build. In the Terran lockdown, I'm still doing business with the Pioneers of Sagaris, knowing that they will secondarily that could feed over into trades for the Terrans. It still gives me a little bit of buffer instead of just selling to the Terrans and feeding the monster that I created. I could be giving food to the caretaker, and then the caretaker will eventually feed the monster, right? Probably. Um, so even though the Pioneers, that's kind of a bad example. It's kind of like they're like the brother, the little brother, the big brother, and like they'll look out for their big brother if they need to, but it's not going to happen right away, sort of thing. So I don't need to worry. This is just giving me a chance with the Pioneers being allowed to buy my contract substrate. It's just enabling me to be able to earn some money. But right now, that station is actually in full lockdown mode because, and this is something I need to go into. I needed to limit everybody to say, that's it, boom. We're not making any money right now. I need all this insane, because it was 700 money, but I was able to subsidize that cost all the way down to this ridiculously low amount. Let's go to transaction account management. So if we look at my Terran blockade, you can see that these two stations are at 25 million. That's a far cry from 700 million, and I've provided the lion's share. So the reason why these are still sitting weird like this, let's take a look at this. Because you would think, well, why aren't they still continuing to reduce, right? And then if you think about it, it makes sense. So let me show you why. If we go to this and we look at the plan build, and then we go over to resources needed to complete, that's because I have provided everything I can to. So cryogenic substrate, I provided. Energy cells, I provided. Metallic microlattice, I provided. Silicon carbide, I provided. However, I do not have stations that make hull parts, nor do I have stations that make electronics, and that is where the money that is needed to complete these stations is coming from. And you would look at this and go, well, it looks pretty built to me, right? Well, it's not. What it is even though it's reforming everything back up, it's not, because these are representative of turrets. So I'm using Argon plasma turrets, right? And that amount of Argon plasma turrets for this station is mind-numbing. I don't even know what it's got to be some insane, just out of control number, right? Because I feel like that's where the bulk of the Terrans are going to come from. They're going to flow, just follow the think if you're pathing as an AI, right? Are you going to think like, well, this is the best way to go all the way through here? No. You're going to follow from your shipyards and go, well, I just need to jump through here and I'm there, right? Like, so this dude's going to take the brunt. This is going to be the Antietam sort of everything. This is going to be bloody, brutal, it's going to be out of control and it's going to be glorious. I even built a little like penthouse suite to like the observation deck so I could have a first row seat to watching the insanity as it unfolds. Um, so whenever I see ships, I'll teleport over there and take care of it. So yeah, this base is fine. I got a defensive fleet up there. So again, I'm gonna need. I could split my two Asgards off. Actually, that's what I'll do. I'll take the two existing Asgards I got, split them off, create a fleet of Adachis to support them, right? Put them into defensive positions, patrolling behind these two gates, right? Then what I'll do is I'm gonna either I will reappropriate and reassign the location of this Asgard, um, or learn it and build it, right? Which it makes a lot more sense to just jack it because that'll save me um, all the resources that would be needed to build this. I still need to learn the blueprint though, because once I go to war with them, this is where Egosoft is screwed up and burned. Like anybody, if a developer ever catches any of my videos, please give us the ability to capture ships and reverse engineer them. That needs to be something that I've been a proponent for that for a long time. There are mods. There's a couple, well, one or two mods actually I can think of that do it, but um, one of them's deprecated. So there's another mod that's out there that is currently up to date that allows you to reverse, but we can't use ventures with that, right? So we're faced with, is this a mod that makes sense? And we do it now. Like every, it's they reverse corporations reverse engineer other technology all the time. There's even a Ben Affleck movie about it where he would take that thing where he would like make him forget what company he was working for and what he tore apart and what he made and all that stuff. It's a thing that's done. So why is it when we're nano manufacturing these ridiculous, massive space stations, all this other stuff, you're gonna tell me Bozo's figured out a way to translocate matter, from one spot to another? With the teleportation technology. He's got the most advanced research facilities literally in the universe. And when you do the timeline story, you realize why, and it even adds more so to it. You're going to tell me we don't have the ability to get a ship, look at it, have our engineers rip it apart in our shipyard, and go, oh, okay, that's where that structural brace goes, and it seems like they dealt with power this way and they laid their conduits like that. Okay, we learned a lot from that, but we needed to bring a few more ships back into us. Like that I can get. Like if it's a complex ship, have it take a few times where the engineers go, okay, the first one we learned that we shouldn't probably, take this panel off because it blew up the secondary reactor. You know what I'm saying? So a percentage progression, which is exactly what this mod does, right? It's awesome. There's a mod that's out there that does that exact thing. You need to get the ship, bring it in. You're not going to learn components that don't exist that are not on the ship. That's fine, right? Like you just want to learn about the chassis and the main cannon, in this case on the Asgard, as well as whatever's on that ship, right? Engines, and maybe you don't learn it the first time, you can go steal another one, jack it, and reverse engineer it, and that would change the entire way this game is perceived in a way. You don't need to kiss the ass of other factions. As a matter of fact, you can play the complete jerk of the game, at a certain point, and just go, you know what? Death to the Pyramid, right? But I like their engines, I like their ships. I'm going to use that, right? I'm not, I'm going to war with them, but I'm going to use the tools of my enemy. I want to learn their technology, right? Before I do that. So I'm just gonna, jack their ships. I'm gonna tell my Marines, they're in the game. We have boarding operations. We can hostilely take over ships. Now you can make this a game that is piratey in a way, right? Like you can be that pirate, but it's also what a corporation would do. It just makes sense, right? Like that's what you would do. So that is a feature that should be added to the game, and it is so easy to do. Just say you need a wharf and add a contextual thing to disassemble ship for construction blueprints. If you're at the point that you own a shipyard, I don't think that's a big ask because you're having to do other steps like capturing the ship, expending Marines. You're making it more important that the Marines, their existence, right? Like they have more meaning than just flying around on your ship like glorified door, you know, openers or whatever the hell they're doing. I mean, like let's give the game some more meaning. Let's make it meaningful to capture a ship because you want to do that. And you don't need to step on eggshells with factions you don't like or that don't like you through this ridiculous rep grind. Because guess what? You can go to war with them, jack their ships, and learn their tech, right? So one way or another, you're getting their stuff, right? Anyways, that's my rant. That's my number one complaint with this game is the lack of reverse engineering. Number two is the fleet mechanics. There's no way this should happen. Where is it stated that it's okay for homie to ditch this dude, right? Like, this guy's just all out here by himself. Like, what is going on with this, man? Like, there is no way that fleet logic, once you form a fleet, there shouldn't be different sectors that your fleet's in. Maybe after you initially form it, and if they're in two different spots, and they converge on each other, right, and form up. But once you have a fleet formed up, it's not like one dude's just gonna keep going while the other guy's stuck. How does that even make sense, right? Is that how armies work, right? Like think about that. What if our army worked like that? Like we have a division or a battalion that's deployed, and then the center of the army gets screwed up and the flanks are just like, well, we're out of here, and they just go and they're like in another country now and they're off doing other operations while the main force is bogged down fighting on the front lines. Like, what the hell happened to the flanks? Like, why aren't you guys working with us? What is going on right now? Like, what if the tank division did that, right? Like with infantry, they're just like, well, see you later. What's going to happen in that situation, right? Tanks are augmented by infantry, so they become vulnerable when they're not augmented in, say, urban operations or whatever by infantry. So, well, so much for the tank. And in this case, this Asgard is now just screwed himself up. He's reduced the effectiveness of his fleet by 50%, and he's just on his merry old way. Like, how does this make any sense? Utterly retarded. This doesn't make sense. This is not like this is some magical coding we need to get done, right? Have our fleets link the F up. He is mimicking his, I guess, so he's licking the window. That's what he's doing right now. Well, because this guy, yeah, I have to change that. So this, it's utterly stupid. Why is this guy just off like in Moronville, man? Um, why do I have to give like? Isn't it part of being a fleet? Like, whatever, man. Sounds good. All right, I can assign to Dragon. Well, I guess he just follows them, man. I just don't care. At this point, it's utterly stupid. I don't get how this dude is even allowed to do what the hell he does. I don't know, man. I don't understand. This is also not contextual, by the way, to do a patrol. So if you want them to patrol an area, you have to get into this menu that's buried under behavior, and I don't think that's exactly cool. You should be able to click the lead ship, right click contextually, and get an option here for setting up a patrol. Because you can right click, let me show you. I can right click on something I own, and contextually it recognizes I clicked on that and says, hey, defend until further notice. Why can't I click on an empty space and get patrol this area, right? It's kind of weird. I could tell him to explore, but I can't tell him to set up a patrol. I don't know, but first and foremost, how about we get it so, our fleets actually stay together? Because, that's what a fleet does. I don't know. Anyways, I digress. I love the game. It's just those are two sticklers for me that I don't see any reason why there's not. I'm not a game designer, but I don't think that takes a slide ruler to add that into the game. So what I'm doing at this point now is I'm going to wait a little bit longer I need to get some funds on hand, so maybe now that I've provided all the capturing substrate I can. I think I actually did take that station off. Let me double check. My Terran Wares factory, I think, is no longer in. No, it is still in lockdown, so I need to put it in Terran lockdown, so I'll start selling to the Pioneers of Sagaris. So now I'll start generating funds off that. I need to earn a little bit of extra funding, pour that into these stations. I also have to give this station that I moved time to reorient itself, which is going to take it's going to be a hot minute, but it's fine because I think I was able to nip this in the bud at the right time, and it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun to just go to war with the Terran Empire. But to do that, I need to have their weapons. you know, I'm not about to kneecap myself. And yeah, that would be really stupid of me. So what I am going to do is have my Asgards. I'm probably going to break this fleet up. That's actually what I'm going to do. So let me go in here and I'm going to say remove all assignments, and Dragon 2 is going to be, for right now, protecting this, just so I know where he's at. And I need this guy. Me and him are going to go on a little trip to Asgard land. And right now, I think, I might as well just give him the order to go all the way over there, right? Venus, yeah. So I need to go here, so I'll just tell him to go fly and wait. Oh, I can't turn. I wish I could turn that around. But I can kind of if I go fly and wait. Go like this a little. And this way he'll be aimed at the Asgard when he gets done. I'll use him to do a conduct a boarding operation and jack myself another Asgard. I'll probably lose enough rep though. So actually, this is funny. I'm thinking this all out ahead of time. Okay, so I'm going to lose rep with them, right? But there's a really easy way to earn rep. So let me just go off this. It's really a lot easier if you do those. If you go off this property own tab, you get more used to using this. It makes the game a lot easier, so that way you're not searching around for your ships. What I'm going to do is take him to Terranville. Okay, we got a bunch of Terran stuff here. Tell him to fly and wait. Once he tells me he's there and awaiting orders, I'll teleport to him and go from station to station and just kill enough of the like dudes who will pop up at, like, you know, the station security will be like, stop that criminal, and he'll be like, meh, meh, and you'll see some little guy in a shuttle like trying to get away. If you blast them, you get rep. All I want to get is like 1 or 2 points with the Terrans, because that'll offset, you know, somehow me you know, stealing their most powerful warships. It's also kind of funny if you want to watch my last video, because I just wanted to test for some reason, I don't know. Oh, actually, I know it. Oh, good God, he's there already. All right, let's turn. Yeah, that thing is stupid fast. All right, this station, for some reason, well, I was gonna say for some reason, but I know the reason why. The Terrans had the Intervention Corps had a Asgard here with nothing protecting it, and I'm like, right? Like the evil like gears start turning in my head, and I'm like, I gotta see, because it was a full broadside from my station. So I marked him. I actually flew out here, which was kind of dangerous because this station has a tendency to hit itself with shots. So anyways, I still wanted to see it. So I went out here in the experimental shuttle and I marked him hostile. So there's a way to not declare war. You can just mark one ship as hostile. So I marked him as hostile, and oh my God, it was like, I felt like you should have played some inspirational battle music, like, you know, that music that happens when like the people rally and they're just absolutely kicking ass, and you're just like, you know, it makes you feel patriotic or some sort of ridiculous thing. You're just like, gets that endorphin high thing going on, because that Asgard didn't stand a chance in hell. Like it was awe-inspiring to see like 1,000 gun batteries just open up on this guy and absolutely delete him. And to add insult to injury, I had my trash compactor ship go over there and turn them into nice little cubes of scrap that he spat out his rear end, quite literally, this dude. And then I had my little minotaurs that are sitting around doing a whole lot. Oh, I guess they are collecting things right now. But and then he's been processed now into the scrap. If you look at the logical view here, he most assuredly has added to this. And the Terrans were like, hey, I don't even think I got contacted. Now that I think about it, because they weren't in their own territory. I just thought about that. That's hilarious, man. Because they were in this territory, their own territory. I didn't even take a hit to my rep. They just got deleted. They didn't even have a chance. I don't even think they could have launched a distress beacon. Like, even if they would have launched it, it would have just gotten deleted. Like, I can't even. You just have to watch the previous video. It's funny how fast that Asgard just thoroughly and utterly got his ass kicked. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I think the station's doing okay. Like, it doesn't even need me to simulate how out of control it is. And if we want to take a look at it, its loadout is yeah, it's not even 1,000. Wow, this is nothing compared to my other defensive stations, and it absolutely deleted him in like nothing. Like, yeah, it's nuts. So I can't wait to see these other stations. It'll be glorious. So anyways, where was I at? That's right. I need to get rep so then I can go ahead and steal a warship. So let's go ahead and find my criminal shuttle, which I didn't need to do that again. I could have just easily found him here and did the same thing I'm about to do. I could teleport to him. Can do an autosave because it's been a minute. Yep. And this will be the perfect ship to do this with, even though it's like a little bit of overkill with the amount of guns this thing has.
System Sol.
Oh, yeah, get your ass on my face. Gonna fly around. I just need 1 to 2 points. I'll do 2 points to be on the safe side. It usually is every station. Sometimes you just have to wait like a hot minute. And you'll hear like a wah wah wah. For me, I've got my one of my side mouse buttons set to target nearest enemy, so it's easy. I just hit the button and he's targeted, and then I find and delete him like there.
Vessel.
Just make sure your background's clear, Yeah, pretty sure he's dead. It takes him a second to realize it. Like, oh, thank you. Over here, watch, rinse, repeat. I only gotta do this a few times. And then this will apparently make up for the insane load surveillance program. Oh, it's right. I needed to find a Terran habitation module. Okay, I'll do this for Bozo real fast.
Thanks for your help.
Thanks for your help.
I'm getting that twice because I actually have a police license. So I get a reward once, and then I get a reward again. So because my rep's so high, it's gonna probably be, I'm gonna have to do a few of these.
Short range transporter.
Oh no, you don't, homie. No, you don't. No, you ain't gonna. Oh, he's just coming out. Okay. I thought he was gonna get away.
Protein processing.
Stop right there, criminal. Like the worst criminal. Stop right there so I can shoot you, so I can steal a, massive battleship. I'm so bad. I'm like the guy, well, I was that guy for a minute who was like stealing their ships, and they're like, oh man, we gotta rebuild a new one. But hey,
Short range
I can provide you with
transporter.
materials to do that if you need it. Just saying. Hey, who was it that stole our Asgard? Oh man, did you see the new kid on block? Yeah, he's got 2 Asgard ships. They look just like the 2 ships, the 2 ships that we had from whatever. What's worse is I use Marines supplied by the Terran's own shipyard, because that's where I would resupply from, because it's right in the same sector. But I've just been doing these guys all sorts of stuff. Gonna wait for that.
Thanks for your help.
Anytime, man.
range
I'm here to
transporter.
help the Terran cause.
Thanks for your help.
And this is how you grind rep if you need to for any faction. Just go around killing, you know, being that annoying Elder Scrolls guard, you know. Stop right there, criminal. Except I guess you're not saying anything, you're just shooting them. What's even funnier is if you don't have a ship that's so OP and you're just like pew-pewing at them, they'll be like, if you damage them, they're like, please stop dying, I got kids to feed, or so they say all sorts of messed up lines. It's just like, I don't know, I'm a horrible person because I laugh.
Thanks for your help.
Anytime, man.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm just here to serve.
Docking granted.
No, I don't want to dock.
Docking aborted. Maintenance vessel.
Yeah, it's really good to have that because sometimes you don't know where the ship's at and you're like, where the hell is that thing at? Look, he's right here. Oh, that's not a clean background. I need a clean background. I'll hit whatever. Oops. Sorry about that. Yeah, man. Ow.
We cannot tolerate your actions.
I know, but you will in a minute. I promise. Oh god, this dude's gonna get away too. Damn. What's up with this dude? Criminals, man. I'm telling you. I think I was just at the wharf, so let's go to this place. Whatever this is. With that super neon sign thing going on. These solar panels suck so bad. The Terrans are so good at it, everything else except for solar panels. I don't get it. Like, they are smaller, but they should be then more as efficient, right? But they're not. They suck. Can't tolerate your kind around here, sir.
Thank you.
Of course. Anytime. Eventually I get a point. I probably was so low, I was probably really close to losing. Up getting to 19, which would have been, I think, the bad where I wouldn't have been able to.
Short range transporter.
Don't tolerate your kind around here, sir. Meanwhile, it's like one of my guys, he's like just doing something for me. Like some dude I just like representing my empire, like smuggling stuff around.
Thanks for your help.
Actually, you could be like, that'd be so messed up. What if you could actually like hire guys and be like, hey man, hey, can you get a bunch of your friends? I'll supply the shuttles, and I need you to just, you know, just move contraband around the station for me, right? And then just be sitting there, like, and, you know, blast them when they show up and be like, oh yeah, man, yeah, it's a good thing I was here.
Thanks for your help.
You're absolutely welcome for saving that
Thank you.
guy. Meanwhile, the Terran Secret Service is like, we looked into this guy and he suspiciously was paid by ABC Corporation, which is subsidiary of your. Oh, that's weird, huh? Yeah, no, I just invest in that company. I don't understand what would happen there. I'll have my people look into it and we'll stop investing. Meanwhile, I'm opening DEF Corporation.
Maintenance vessel.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Oh man, am I gonna get a point like sometime here?
Short range transporter.
Can't have this. Maybe I can put. You know what? I'll put a positive spin on it. I'm getting rid of competition. There you go.
Short range transporter.
Oh, they're not even gonna get time to say thank you. Oh, I already went there. I'm gonna go. Do you see how easy this is? You just, but there's a cooldown as to like the criminals popping up. You just got, you figure out like a little circuit, just wash, rinse, repeat it. It's a lot easier when you're, let's say, negatives with a certain faction, but you're not at open war. Every ship will give you 1 point.
Maintenance vessel.
But right now, it's gonna take a minute. I think someone responded to the first and last.
Thanks for your help.
Sure, I got a bunch of illegal stuff on me too, which is also kind of funny. Ooh, that's not intimidating at all off to my port there. I think that's a sin. That two? No, that's two transports. Baldric transports. Never mind. Their silhouette for a second kind of reminded me
Thanks for
of
your
it.
help.
Yeah, that silhouette from
Thanks
a
for your help.
ways. Definitely. Damn. What I gotta do to get a single point of rep? Experimental ship is amazing. It's absolutely made out of balsa wood.
Requesting permission to dock.
Maintenance
Uh-oh.
vessel.
Sorry, Sam, but for the greater good. Weird solar plant build here.
Maintenance vessel.
Oops. Sorry about the ban, guys. We'll buff that up. I pause frequently like that by accident because I'm using the scroll wheel click in as pause, which is really nice.
Short range
okay.
transporter.
There's a bad guy right. Yeah, the criminals, I tell you. Do something about the crime. As I move my Asgard into position suspiciously. Like, come on, man. What's up with the fleet too? Like, I know I got to be programmed, but I'm just gonna react here because it's kind of funny. Like, I mean,
Thank you.
they've already lost two of their ships in the same spot. To me,
Cannot tolerate your actions.
yes, you will. You absolutely will, because you'll thank me in a few seconds. Anyways, you know where I'm stealing the Asgard from. It's not like it's the first time, right? Like, it'd be like stealing a car from a car lot, and then you just keep stealing it from the same one. And then you just coming in there, and the dealer's like giving you discounts because, you know, I'm actually cool with the Terran Empire. It's like, oh man, our favorite customer's back. Hey, our loyalty program's in a thing. And meanwhile, they know damn well that you stole like several cars from them, you know? It's just kind of weird. And I even show up, it's not like I'm even showing up in a different car. I'm showing up in like, you know, a car with like blacked out windows and no license plates on it and stuff. Like, oh look, it's the Asgard again.
Short range transporter.
Thanks for your help.
Better get a rep point sometime soon, hey, man. I think though this might be enough positive because it is still moving that needle up towards 21. It might just be enough for me to be able to take the hit on for the stealing a Asgard ship. Boy, they got a
Requesting permission.
bunch of Baldrics doing a whole lot of nothing. That's actually good because that means that their economy is
you.
stagnant somewhat.
Thanks for your help.
Okay, you know me. Anything for the Terrans. Okay, where's our bad guy? Oh, there's cops here. I need to stay away from them. Cops will show up as these little
Terran
like that.
station security vessel.
I don't need one of them being like, hey, can you hang on a sec while we scan your cargo? Like, can we do this later? Could you see how much I'm helping you guys? So you got, like, several thousand illegal wares on you? Huh. So that happened.
Short range
Woot.
transporter.
Was I just here? I don't know. Who cares? Well, it's starting to blend and morph together now. Oh?
Short range transporter.
I don't even care about my background.
Cannot tolerate your actions.
Yes, you will. We've already gone over this. You're gonna call me back in a minute and be like, thanks a lot, bud. Dudes are like super bipolar. I like how they're Johnny on the spot with you hitting them for damage, but like when it comes to giving you rep and recognizing you did something good, it's like, yeah, I guess, yeah, whatever. It'll take about 20 minutes to get back to you on that. But you like scuff the paint on their thing, they're like instantly reporting you. Like in real time, like the round hasn't even hit their station yet, and they're like, we can't tolerate these behaviors.
Maintenance vessel.
Hang on a sec, thank you for killing that guy several minutes ago.
Thank you.
Let's wait for this next dude to show up. I'm only I'll do one little, I'm only gonna do like maybe this place and one more.
Thanks for your help.
That should definitely be enough.
Thanks for your help.
That chick says it with like a lot of like feel. She's like, "Thanks for your help." The other lady's like all cross-eyed. Probably because the Terrans are like, yeah, that's the other weird thing about the Terran Empire is they like their food thing is made from like minerals or something. I don't know. It's really weird, man. I thought I would need protein. Does that make sense, right? Protein paste would be used for, I don't know, making MREs or something. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, okay, cool. They're using soy products, right? No, it's used for medical goods. Like, okay, well, then I'll build a stimulant factory. Nope, that's just straight up drugs. Like, that's caffeine. Literally, they don't need it for their MREs. Meanwhile, every other faction in the game, they need like spices or, you know, all the other stuff. I griped about this game, but I really do love it. Say that all. Some things are a little bit funny if you think about it. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for the rep from these to hit me back, and then I'm done. So, actually, your ship, sir. Step out of your way and be nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and teleport back to command here. Maybe get a autosave just by doing that.
Entering system.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So, here to serve. Actually, I'm gonna be hopping in at Asgard, which is on. He hasn't completed his turn yet. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Tell this dude to remove that order, and tell him to dock. Let him dock here for now. And let me take a quick look at my finances before I jack a ship. I mean, reappropriate it. So now that I've turned the Terran wares to sell to the Sagaris Pioneers, I'm making my cash, and then I can roll that right into station mode. So I can go ahead and, complete that guy, what he needs, and accept that insanely overpriced quote. Just kidding, that's ridiculous. Okay, the Xenon blockade's up and ready. This guy's done. I just need to wait for this guy to finish building, and he now has the funds that he needs, so that's pretty badass. Accept this estimate. Oh, okay, so no, both of them needed some funds yet. That's the Xenon blockade. Okay, I'm off. But now they've got all the cash they need, and I'm still sitting on 27 million, which is more than enough to pay for the Marine costs. So now we're in a very good place, and now I'm getting right where I need to be.
Thank you.
Illegal cargo discovered. Oh. That on my, it better not be my experimental shuttle that you guys just messed up. He's still landing. So I took a hit. That sucks. Alright, well anyways, so just go ahead and tell this guy remove all orders, assignments, and I'm teleporting out there. And I'm gonna start with the insanity.
Sir.
Never call me that again. Alright, let's target the Asgard. So, I know you guys have all been doing a bang-up job as servicemen on my ship, but guess what? You guys now have new jobs. You guys are Marines. I love these guys, like, oh boy, here we go. I already know where this is going. We're capturing the Asgard again, sir. Yep.
Asgard.
Just trying to set on so I can make the cheese. I feel like this is the Titanic trying to avoid that iceberg, you know? That star gun, go. Alright. Just, station will be built. President will be in office by the time this is done. Like, how is that dude making turns so fast? Like, I don't even know how he's getting around that gateway. This guy just has to, like, that's probably what it is. Like, this dude's just so tired of his job. He's just like, I don't care, man. Like, I'm actually happy that you are jacking this ship because all I've been doing is flying circles around this damn gate in the slowest ship known to man. We are gonna turn everything to disarm status. We're all good and begin the agonizing slow ramp up to speed here. I do have a different way. I used to do just flybys on these guys. I do it totally different now. Which I'm gonna have to account for considering this, like, I don't know. I'm just picturing a bunch of dudes on bicycles, like sitting there generating electricity to start the travel drive up. And it's a pyramid one too, just to add insult to injury, so it's a better than normal wind up and speed and acceleration because we're doing 0 to 60 in about 10 minutes. Anyways, to complete my thought, I'd like to not fly past them now because I found that actually stopping underneath their keel and make sure their bow is not turned towards you even remotely because they'll just Asgard you, right? Also known as delete you. But stop underneath their keel, take that fire, let them get pissed at you, just don't return fire because then that'll aggro his insane massive fleet of supporting vessels. You just need your boarding pods to take no losses because I'm gonna lose all these dudes, guaranteed. It's an absolute. I'm gonna probably have to do this 2-3 times, which sucks because these guys are actually decent servicemen. But oh well, I mean that's the price you pay, right? For an Asgard. That thing doesn't want to stop. Really? Holy good God! All right, well that sucks. Oh, we're still at travel drive. That's dope. All right. Well, let me just turn around here. Frick. Oh man. Alright, well that sucks. I can do it going the other way. I've never did it actually heading towards their shipyard, which might be kind of fun to do. Mix it up a little. Might as well start heading towards the station that I'll be getting the next marine allotment from. Like they at the Terran's shipyard, they already are like lining the guys up because they know what's going on. They're like, oh, hey, he's here. We're about to make 4 million on Marines, so let's already get you guys all set up. What's his complement again? Oh, 350-ish or whatever. Yeah, you 300 guys, just wait on the docks. He'll be over here in a few minutes. He'll be taking over our Asgard ship. Wait, what? Sir? He's taking over our Asgard? Yeah, don't worry, he's paying for it, so you guys are all bought. Totally fine. He's done this before. Multiple times. Like 12 times I've bought Marines from their space station probably. Let's go on this setup. I'm just gonna make my very rapid way over to him here. Engaging the travel drives. Oh. Man, these ships are fast. I think I just went from flying the experimental shuttle to what the heck? Slow down a little bit here. What you doing, buddy? Don't do that. Full speed ahead. Okay. It's time to make some friends. Not before I do a quick save. Not about to lose this Asgarder. I should just go Iron Man with it though, and you know, fates be damned. But you know, I am kind of aimed at their shipyard right now, so it's gonna be pretty fun. Sort of weird mating thing of this is how baby Asgards are made or something. Yeah, no, you guys are gonna go after him when he's at his strongest. Oh, whoops, I don't have any Marines. They didn't get the memo. Hang on. You guys, they're like, no, we don't want to be Marines. We know what's gonna happen, we're all dead. Confirm. Now I can do the boarding. Oops. Wait a minute, I'm this guy. Confusing. Alright, boom, and you guys too. It's gonna be good times. Definitely not gonna die. Absolutely. Like, here's the crazy thing, I'm like, this number is going to beat them. They'll have like a 4,000 something, but they will absolutely win. But I'll absolutely clobber them, so.
Pod launch. Target.
Stop your attack immediately. You will now.
What are you talking about?
Consequences.
I'm not attacking anything.
This is Sector Security.
God,
Comms channel
balls
open.
and pads, man.
Reporting a criminal offense.
I just need to get away from
Criminal
these
record has
lasers.
been updated.
Contact. Making preparations to breach.
Uh-oh. I didn't need that to happen. He just
Steady.
launched defensive drones on me.
Contact. Making preparations to breach.
Contact. Making preparations to breach.
Can the check engine light come off, please? Oh, we got a pissed off ship over there, too. Oh man, this is not good, because that's an Asgard over there. Or not an Asgard, but an Asakaris on my flank. I got 2 defensive drones vectoring in on me. Okay, yep, anytime now, dude. Pedal those bikes faster, we need to get gone. Yep, that's cool, the wind-up's awesome. Spacious building. Oh my god, the ship is ridiculous, man. Yup, we're not even at fighter crew speed yet. Alright.
You're dead now.
Oh god, that's not gonna happen, buddy, but I appreciate your gusto, enthusiasm. Okay, let's see how many Marines we lost. We lost 5 chumps. I mean, brave people. Alright, so I got vectored in on also by a Falx. That distress beacon will hit this station. That's how this works. So the initial attack, if you're in their area, they can just radio in and be like, hey man. But they'll send this beacon out too as well. And when it hits like a station, a nearby station, I don't know if it has to be a defense station, but I'll get another one. So it's kind of like I'm going to get a double blow to my rep. But that should be it, because this thing will slowly get up to speed here, and it'll be faster than this Falx, so, or whatever the hell's on me right now. Yep, here goes, wait for it. After your attack, we just criminal record updated or something retarded. Once that beacon reaches any here now.
Stop your attack immediately. You will now suffer the consequences.
This is Sector Security. Comms channel open.
Oh, it's cross-eye check.
Reporting a criminal offense.
Confirmed. Criminal record has been updated.
Oh man, and that is the last rep hit I'll take. So there we go. If as far as this attack goes, Hopefully, maybe I might not be in such a bad spot. I've never attacked an Asgard with an Asgard on a boarding operation. So if this works, okay, that's awesome because that means that, yeah, that's really good. I won't take a double hit to rep, and also it means that a full complement of Marines on an Asgard can take that Venus, Moon transition gate force, no problem. But I have to continue flying because this Falx, if I come out of travel drive, the Falx will be like, stop right there, criminal. And they'll absolutely keep coming after me. So I need to, unfortunately, it sucks, but if I saw that it was only, let's say, these two Osakas that were pissed at me, but this dude's pissed, so I don't know. I mean, it's just really weird how you guess. Like, sometimes I've dropped out and then hit the SETA just to make this whole process go quicker. And then this guy started to vector in. I could probably cut my drive here and just see what happens. I mean, I don't know where he's sitting at. Like, he could just be sitting there. Now, this is like watching paint dry fun, man. Alright, I'm gonna do the unthinkable and start to turn. Cut my thrust and begin the turn. I don't think he's coming after me. And then they'll de-aggro. So it's well on the way to him de-aggroing now with how long I've been in SETA. And I like to make a save. Call it kind of a save scum thing, but I do make a save before the breach happens because the logic pattern's really weird when it comes to boarding operations. There's a real big RNG factor in there, which I get, I do understand, but it really shouldn't be RNG based when you outnumber them like an insane amount. There you go. See, we're all friends. Even though there's like people drilling their way through his hole right now. And they're Terrans. It's great. And they're from the same sector.
I need an update.
Green.
Preparing for breach.
Oh, okay, that's a status call. You know you're pretty close. I'm gonna do a save, and then what I'll do is I'll incrementally every like 15 seconds I'll make a save so it's getting closer and closer and closer to the assault phase, because the assault phase makes absolutely no sense to me. Because I think I explained this in previous videos, but if they have any elites, which they do, I think they have like 1 or 2 elites, they'll have a bunch of veterans and way more than my 5 dudes I sent over there, 11 or something like that. But they'll have like the strength will be like 4,000, right? 4,000 something. There's no way that even with the RNG that they should be able to overcome that, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. But because those numbers are all factored in, every number that would be the boarding resistance has been factored in, meaning the fact that they're elite is representing that number, right? Boosting it up. So why is it then that they just thoroughly and utterly turn into Rambo, man? Like, it's just like, I feel like they're fun fact for anybody who doesn't know, during World War II, right, when they were doing the Blitzkrieg and the initial attacks by the German soldiers, and they were trying to figure out where this whole super soldier thing came from and all this stuff, was all from the fact that they were hopped up on meth. Like, the troops, when they stopped before, what's that movie, where the British Expeditionary Force was able to cross English Channel because, you know, they ordered the tanks to stop, right, in the infantry. That's because these dudes had been methed up out of their gourd, man. They had these, like, tablets, literally methamphetamines. And these dudes were, like, popping these things, and they were just, like, what, you know, an army would be like that's on meth, right?
Move it! You are free to engage.
Sit rep.
See what happens here.
working on bypassing a lockdown.
Yeah, look at those numbers.
Getting annihilated.
It's first.
They say it's too risky to engage.
It really isn't.
Tell
Like,
them to fall back.
why are we falling back? Oh, what do you know? Okay, well that was nice and fun. Got ourselves a nice new shiny Asgard. Okay, so one Asgard can take on another one. And you even get woos on top of it, so that's fun. Whichever one of you is the best person, you get to be captain. Congratulations. And now, you guys are all service crew, and you guys are all awesome. Good job. Appreciate you all. Come over here and get your full crew replacements. Oh, I didn't hit confirm, that's right. Anyways, add shopping list, confirm. And this guy too. Let me just, yep, here you go, sir. Your ship. We'll just have you come over here, and since you're by yourself on the ship, we'll get you some crew. Boop. There you go. That's pretty cool. So now I know that. I'm definitely not going to abuse that in my favor. Anyways, yeah, so back to the Germans, right? Because that's a fun topic. So yeah, these dudes are all hopped up on meth, man.
Entering system.
So of course they were
Heretics
super
end.
soldiers, man, because they were literally, the Allies couldn't figure out like how these dudes were like how fast are these dudes moving, man? And don't they ever sleep? Nope. They're all jacked on meth, man. Until they couldn't be, right? Like you could only be on that stuff for so long. And bad things start to happen, you know. It's crazy. I think we used them too, and we still to this day. I know I saw a recounting of a battle, and this one guy was talking about how they had proceed with orders, dude. Sometimes you'll have to do that if you leave the ship. You just have to tell the dude like, yeah, go ahead, you're allowed. Anyways, that was the easiest capture ever. So once you have an Asgard, just use an Asgard to capture an Asgard. And then Asgard your way to another Asgard, so you can have an Asgard. But yeah, anyways, yeah, our troops today even have these things, I think they call them like Go pills or something like that, but they're like a mix now scientifically of all that garbage. And this guy was recounting there was like a special forces team, they got like, they were bogged down in a trench, and literally the only thing that was keeping them, it was too hot to get a chopper to land in there, so they had to have like call in all these crazy airstrikes in the air. There's like an Air Force type person who is, or a guy who specializes in knowing all the different ordinances and you know how to call into the different branches of the military and coordinate all these airstrikes and stuff. I didn't serve in the military, I'm just recounting what they said. And this dude was on site, but he was popping these tabs, and it was like well over a 12-hour period. I think they were engaged there for like 24 hours or some insane amount of time. And the only person keeping them alive was homie on the radio, and he had to know everything and know it was like danger close for all the strikes that were happening to him. So that was kind of interesting. Oh look, that's cute. They just made a new Asgard. Yeah, it is how baby Asgards are born. Anyways, yeah, so this dude was, but they talked about the Go pills. I'm using air quotes. I don't know. There's probably a different name. Maybe that's like a nickname, or maybe that was that dude's nickname for it. But they called it Go pills. Like they were jacked up on these pills that they're given for situations like this. This dude was just there on like Johnny on the spot for like forever on the radio, just calling in strike after strike, and the dude had to know, okay, I just ordered a 250-pound bomb to be dropped here. The blast wave radius is this, so it's got to be dropped here. So I got to call 110 millimeter, artillery strikes or whatever the hell they had out there, and mortar strikes over here. And I need to coordinate with this Air Force Warthog to come, or Army Warthog to do a close flyby pass over us, and I need to get in touch with the chopper pilots and tell them to stay over here. And I mean, it was just so anyways. Long story short, the best of the best still have those pills on them for that emergency moment. But back in the day, the Germans were goose stepping their way along to a. They were I don't know, the originators of meth or something. You got me. I don't know. I'm going to keep this Asgard actually on hand here, and I'm going to go ahead and capture me a couple more on a Shannon. Like, I don't care. Like, they don't just magically generate it, because that was built at this Terran shipyard, right? He left that shipyard. So I'm actually depleting their resources and stealing their stuff at the same time. And now that I know that one Asgard can absolutely take another Asgard on, and this guy's got actually a good crew, because crew transferred over. So I'll let these guys keep gaining power, because that's it's pretty impressive, I gotta say. Just let them sit there for a minute or two. And let my money build up, and you can see where this is going, man. This is really good, actually. Technically, I think I could probably get that and sell it back to them, and then buy the blueprint. I know it's kind of jacked up, but I have to use the system that's in place for myself, right? Anyways, that guy's on his way back. Wonder how much these things sell for. I'm curious. Hey guys, the ship. Oh, 84 mil. So I guess like 3, maybe 4 of these Asgards sold to them would give you enough to get the blueprint. So, but I'm not gonna do that. Like, why would I do that when I'm already sitting at 151 million? Whoa, did I just see that right? What the hell? I just really was not paying attention to much of anything, apparently. Okay. Let's just accept all estimates, because apparently now we're rolling into cash. Yeah, I'm well on my way to an Asgard, man, or the blueprints. So, I mean, all is good in the world here. I'll just keep stealing Asgards. And then build my own Asgards. I mean, it's messed up, but what's this hostile with me with the satellite? The Xenon? I didn't know the Xenon actually dropped satellites. That's pretty funny. And it's kind of scary that they just dropped it by my base. Hold up, man. Mr. Experimental, man. I have your first solo combat operation, and that is to... Wait, what? You can't target this thing? You can only fly and wait at it? Wait, what? I'm sorry. How about you attack targets in that range? If he pulls that off. Otherwise I got... are you kidding me, dude? You can't take this thing out? Alright. I guess I have to creepily teleport in behind him and
get Sofune.
Question why he's my pilot. Yeah, this is pretty hard, man. Sorry I gave you a really tough job.
Satellite.
I know it's a stationary object, and that's kind of a little bit beyond your skill set, so... Needs to be on my skill set too. Jeez. Alright, but man, my apologies. The ridiculous stuff. What? What is this? I'm sorry. What? What? Can I get the shielding this thing out? It's like, what? I'm sorry. Yeah. That totally makes sense. Yep. Dude, I need whatever technology this satellite has going on right now, because that just doesn't make sense. Can I ram it and do damage to it? Probably not. What the hell is this, man? Tell me about the super... Say, Roger, yeah, well, I guess they're immune to attack. Like, what the hell is this shit? Alright, well, I got one last idea. Right on top of it. Right.
Sir.
Sorry.
Experimental shuttle.
Okay, let's get in a
Satellite.
spacesuit and try to pew pew it. Okay, apparently it's immune to pew pews as well. This thing is super awesome. Alright, let's try a bomb. Okay. It just refuses to, my bomb launcher will not fire at it. It's like, nah, man. Okay, what part of the game is this, man? Fire. And fire. Alright, can I repair it? Oh, I can repair it, I guess. Not fire a... Let me just blind... I can't even blind fire? What is going on right now, man? Okay,
Satellite.
well... Guess the Xenon get to keep
Experimental
their,
shuttle.
satellite here. Never mind, buddy, I totally understand why you weren't able to handle that before. My apologies, just go over here. Yep. Back over here and scratch my head a bit as to how that happened.
Entering system. Heretics end.
Okay, so apparently satellites, but then again, to be fair, it's like, I don't know how long I've had my satellites sitting in Xenon land, so, I mean, that explains a lot why these are here right next to their stations. They're probably just as frustrated, or they learned the technology from me. Like, how come we can't destroy these satellites? Let's study that tech. So yeah, actually, I'm in a really good position.
Orders.
This is gonna go really well. So I'm gonna creep my way to the Asgard. I don't think I keep stealing them because that is really just kind of lame. I don't know. I mean, I'm using the game mechanics the way they should be, but I'm also it just seems cheesy, being honest. But it is what it is, so curious about this 11 mil this guy's having issues with. I may give him more money than he needs here pretty soon, but that'll be after I purchase the ships that I need from the Terrans. And it's going to be a fun war, man. Now knowing that I could take those Asgards, I can just put them on station protection duty right behind each of those, no problem. So maybe I'll get 2 more because I like having 3. It seems like 3 works really well together in a fleet for the AI to at least attack things. Seem to be, I don't know, like this overwhelming force, I guess, or something. But yeah. And then it's gonna be all your bases belong to me. The war won't stop. Like it's not like they're gonna reach out and do some civ thing and, you know, Like, hey man, let's be friends now. It's like permanently gonna be that way. So I'm gonna need to figure out a new spot for my guys to mine. Make sure they're protected. Where that's gonna be. Need a fleet to take care of the behind or the front lines, I guess would be the way to put it. I'm gonna have to kick them out of these two sectors. And probably Frontier's Edge as well. I'm gonna have to push them out of Frontier's Edge. This is gonna actually be interesting. I could see this snow or rolling into a really kind of fun end game. I think it would be hilarious to own the Earth sector. Just remove the Terrans from the game. Because if we're being honest, like the Terran are pretty scummy. They're not cool at all. When you do their quest line, it's like they're shady as can be. Delilah's and even the Terran intervention corps, like at point, was kind of a little bit janky about. Yeah, they're not exactly too cool, man. Now, the Pioneers, these dudes are cool, man. They're like they're nice. Their quest line makes sense. It makes sense. Like it should be telling that they broke off from the Terrans, right? And should be telling that you're doing actually in one mission, you go into their territory and they're like, "Whoa, we're getting close into Pioneer territory. We can't let them know that this is going, you know." Yeah, they're sketchy as can be, man. Yeah, of course, at this point, I'm just kind of validating my reasoning to completely jack them over here in a minute. But it's all good. I know it's at least like 240, I want to say 260 for the Asgard. Somewhere's in that area, and it's going to cost a lot for that ATF main weapon. Ooh, 3 Asgards right now. Yeah, 2 more will do well though, because like I said, I'll be able to put one here. I'll be able to put one down here, and then I'll have a task force of 3 Asgards that I can just go around wiping out all their bases. And I think I'm actually, if I'm being honest, I'm feeling a little bit of a difference now, because when I was supplying the Terrans with all the Computonic substrate their hearts could desire, they were just rocking and rolling everything, man. That's where they were able, probably, to build the infrastructure that they built and kick out everybody from Getsufune. That's how they were able to lock down the Void and Frontier's Edge, and then scarily they were trying to set up shop down here. Yeah, you can see, but that bless my heart, that makes me feel good. There's an Argon Behemoth destroying a Terran Computronic substrate factory. Hell yeah, blow that thing up. That just warmed my heart right there. So they're making a comeback. So I took the pressure off. So that, for your own games, this is identifying when you create an issue and where you can curtail the issue. Now, granted, my issue's way easier for me to address because I can choke them off. It's really easy. So it would be the same for the Boron, right? If you had an issue with the Boron somehow or something, you'd be able to choke them off really easy. I would say the split would be easy, but they constitute too many territories in 2 different areas, 2 factions. But the main factions would be a harder problem to contend with, but not necessarily too hard, right? If you had to wipe Hop off the map, it's not like you're gonna have to work too hard at that. Yeah, it's not like that's gonna be a major issue. I just want to do some of these other side quests. I never actually did the Buccaneer thing. Duke's Buccaneers, there's a whole thing to that. I've not even touched on the terraforming. So usually, if I'm being honest, got bored when I got to endgame. Because it's kind of like, okay, well, what's there to do now? Well, now I guess, take over the Terran Empire. So, I can turn that to my benefit, or to my, flip the perspective on that one too. Alright, so what kind of cash are we sitting on now? Not a lot, but doing one good. Oh, another 3 made right there. So yeah, right now I'm making money selling to
Awaiting
them.
orders.
Yeah, I know, dude. You can tell. Oh my god, get off those pills. I'm sorry I issued them to you. So yeah, we're doing pretty good here, man. Even this guy's getting the money that he needed for the turrets. But I'm not gonna eyes on the prize, right? Focus. So my focus is Asgard. Their ships. I need the Terran blueprints so I can wipe them out. It's so screwed up. But it is. I don't need all their blueprints because I technically could get the ones from Pioneers of Sagaris. But I can't get warships because those dudes only know how to make, like, you know, transports and stuff you'd expect them to have. Yeah. But you can buy the Sin blueprint, which is crazy, man. Because you can't have it built in their shipyards. It says they don't provide it anymore or something, which it's not a bad ship. Actually, you know, while we're waiting here, let me compare the Sin to the Osaka, because I'm kind of curious.
Concluded my research, and the results
Whoa.
are astounding.
Yeah, that's great. He was researching a ship for me, so that's actually pretty cool though. Let's do a high preset on this. So, okay, so if we compare the Sin to the Osaka, so same weight class, same everything, you can buy the Osaka though. So let's see what the difference is between these two. Okay, so the Sin's got a better hull.
Awaiting orders.
Dude, yeah, just lay off the stuff, okay. The Osaka's winning, not really. Not that much. I mean, it's really not that big of a difference, right? For being honest. It's really small. Container storage, like, good for you. Wow, the crew is on the suck. So overall, when you factor in everything, it even carries 40 fighters. God, that's crazy. The Sin is a better ship. You look at it. I don't know about hard points, so let's take a snapshot and look at this. So if we look at hard points meaning turrets, we're looking at three L turret slots with, are they each one? Yeah. So 3 turret slots, 1 each. 2, 3. So are these all just singles? No, they're not. So we have some doubles in there. So, okay. And then let's cancel that and look at the Sin. It's, wow. Yeah, that's not even close to equal. I mean, look how many L-class turrets that is. That's insane. So the Sin is just winning on every area, in every area. I think it even has another battery. Main battery than because the Sin's got 3 batteries. Let's check out the Osaka. I think it only has 2. Yeah, it's got 2. So let's recap here. The Sin has 3 main batteries. Osaka's got 2. The Osaka has friggin' 3 main batteries, only 1 per slot, whereas the other guy's got like 6 or 7, double what this dude has, over double. And I mean, oh no, you're missing out on M-class turret slots. That's, I mean, it's not even close to comparable. So the ship sucks. So I'll never use these. I don't see why you would use these. Wait a minute. What about thrust? 2 engines? Well, I guess that was already answered, right? But we'll just check it. I think the Sin is 1 engine. Yeah, it is 1 engine. So that's the problem there. So that's the only downside. That's kind of big, is that this is a single engine ship. But to me, that doesn't even come close. This is a warship all day. And I think they try to say, oh, it's like outdated or something ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that outdated ship, thanks. That's just utterly stupid. But it also makes sense that why they would not sell it as a ship to the player. Now I'm going to actually teleport out to Terran HQ. I believe it's... No, it's not Mars. It's down here. Saturn. Yeah, and that's why I park ships
Entering
at all
system.
these faction leaders or really important locations. Pirate bases, stuff like that. Once you get the teleportation tech from Bozo done, you can just go all over the place. Nobody waiting today? Wow, what's that? Oh, I thought it was like a dragon sculpture.
Hello there.
One of those like paintings you see where you want to see. Yeah, I'd like to buy a blueprint. Yep, 260. And I'm absolutely gonna buy that. So that's 260 mixed with. I mean, I'm gonna have to buy the Osaka anyways. I mean, this should tell you too that it's a better ship. Is a remnant of the AGI. Okay, sure. What, the Osaka? Ooh, I want to see what they said. While the Terran directed their own destroyer-class ship, the Osaka, they saw sufficient military value in operating two distinct lines of destroyers side by side. How are they distinct from each other? What? How are they distinct, man? One's way better than the other. The other one sucks. Okay. Well, I can get these three, so I don't need to worry about that. I'm going to need to buy these ships, which in the grand scheme of things, the warships, I'm going to have to all buy from them. So I need to see the weapon system, because the ATF main battery is definitely going to be a dinger. I definitely got to buy the rest of their stuff. So I think I'm okay to...
Good luck out there.
I think I'm in a position now where it's okay for me to not be freaking out. I'm moving my own chess pieces into place, right? Or my own.
Entering
it's
system.
not really.
Heretics end.
That would imply like the other guy was making his moves too. I'm setting up the sneak attacker, so if you want to call it. So everything's going swimmingly. The only part that's gonna suck. And I might just go ahead and steal an additional Asgard to sell. Oh, wait a minute. I just thought of the ultimate saving thing I could do here, man. I could sell an Asgard to the intimidating people, man. That would absolutely... Uh-oh. Ooh, I don't like that they're already starting to target their wharf, man. But I could sell an Asgard to them. Literally, I could just fly the Asgard over here and then just sell it to them. Be like, here you go. Oh wait, no I can't because they don't have a large shipyard. Oh man, that's jacked. Because you can only sell ships to the corresponding shipyard of its size. So because they don't have a large... That doesn't make sense though. Is that kind of stupid if you think about it? Because, you know, like here, if I take this contextually, it's not even going to pop up, man. Oh, that sucks. I mean, the faction representative should still be willing to buy any ship of any size, right? Oh, that sucks. Wow. Well, I guess I hope you guys get a large shipyard built. I mean, I could sell it to the Argon, which is, I guess, the next best thing. I could just park one right next to here and be like, here you guys go. And then they could just, you know, use it to protect this area or do whatever they were going to do with it. This is going to be a hit to me not controlling this. Although, if I was a real jack... Oh, never mind. You know what I should have done? It's too late to do that now. But I should have bought out, like, a plot here and a plot here. And then built two more... two more weapons platforms so my guys could operate in here with, like, impunity. But, that won't be happening. I could. Well, I'd be cutting them off, right? I would cut them off. Maybe I'll do that. Anyways, I need to get something to eat, so bit hungry here, but at least now you guys can see what I've done. So actually, maybe that is an idea. I'll get the money first. I'll reassess, look at the situation, see if the Terrans are still going cray-cray mode, because they already targeted this wharf, which is not a... doesn't make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I may just sell these guys off, because it could be that they turn into collateral damage. It's not... I don't like... Don't shake. Okay, they repaired that instantly. Okay. So it was just like minor damage, but I'm worried that that's the sign of a larger task force coming in. All Pioneer traffic, that's good. Alright. But anyways, yeah, I'll reassess. If it gets to the point where I think it's got to go down, then I'm just going to instantly sell these ships off, right? Sell them to... I'll do a move order. I'll move them into Antigone Memorial. Oh, I can't because they don't have a large shipyard. Damn it. I'll sell them to Argon Prime. That's what I'll do. I'll just have to send all these guys in here. Boom, sell them here. Probably that would give me enough money also to buy the Sentinel blueprints that I want to buy from, because that was another thing. This is what started this whole thing off, is I used to buy ships from them. And the reason I bought them is because they've got, now that I'm in the, the Sentinel class ships, now that, which have vastly larger storage space, now that I'm into the mid-game to end-game phase, I'm just entering really mid-game, and testing the waters, so to speak, with the this little ridiculous shipyard that I totally just built to take pressure off and help the Argon Antigones. Republic. Now I think I'm in a position. Yeah, it's actually gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, you guys tune in. Maybe I'll name the new series like, like the Phoenix series or something, Rising from the Ashes. Sort of thing. But anyways, you guys take care. Happy gaming, and I'll be back on in a little bit. I just need to get some